Now, a Human Rights Watch report released earlier this year predicted that South Africa will continue to struggle with socio-economic rights. It cited high levels of unemployment, corruption, inequality, and gender-based violence, among others. The report also noted that police continue to violate the rights of citizens with little to no accountability. Access is not available to basic services such as clean water and sanitation for a large part of South Africa's population. Where do all these challenges place the country in terms of its efforts to realize human rights? I'm joined now by Sibusiso Khasa from Amnesty International. Good afternoon. Welcome to today, and thank you very much for your time on this Human Rights Day afternoon. So the Bill of Rights of South Africa is very clear about which rights we are supposed to, all of us, enjoy, but it seems like it's a struggle. From that Human Rights Watch report, there's still a long way to go.
Well, then, if you look at the story, first, good afternoon and good afternoon to the viewers. If you look at the story that you just ran now, and you look at that 4 people have been killed in terms of being shot dead, and you look at the recent crime stats, which indicated that you have about more than 7,000 people who were killed, and more than 3,000 of them were killed because of guns that are out there. And that shows you that the right to life in South Africa is consistently under threat, and we are not safe as South Africans, and that violates the right to life and the right to safety also. And if you look at the issues that you are talking about in terms of the general human rights issues that are facing South Africans, there's just a lot. If you look at even areas of health, if you look at areas of education, if you start with the issue of around basic education, for instance, you do find that while access has improved over the years, quality is not there, and some of those problems that are there that create issues around quality is issues of infrastructure. And if you look at the issues of pit toilets, we've been consistently speaking about that, overcrowding in classrooms, and all those kind of things. They also, it's not only that they affect issues around right to health and education, for instance, but also the right to life. If you look at the recent story of Langalam Vicky, who died, whose body was found in a pit toilet in the Eastern Cape, it shows you that there's still a long way to go in terms of protecting human rights in South Africa.
Yeah, and today President Ramaphosa, speaking to South Africans in DR, saying that public servants, when they fail to deliver any service, they are violating the citizens' human rights.
That's very true, because if you look at the issue that even load shedding on its own, the energy crisis in South Africa, it's a huge problem because it affects several human rights. If you look at hospitals not being able to operate as they should in terms of taking care of patients because of issues around load shedding, it tells you the state of the crisis that we are currently in terms of when you look at how the state is failing to protect human rights. And also, if you look at even education is affected by the electricity crisis. You also look at the issue of access to water. You may have taps, the infrastructure might be there, but if there's no water that is coming out because of issues like load shedding, or sometimes it's even municipalities that are failing in terms of taking care of that particular infrastructure or maintaining it. So that shows you that the state, at this particular stage, is really failing us as citizens, also everyone who lives in South Africa.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. That's from Amnesty International here in South Africa. Sibusiso just giving us a sense of where we are at as a country. Still a long way to go as we reflect on this Human Rights Day.